His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Lawrence Ijaw. Please put your hands together for him as he comes to make his remarks.
I want to, for the first time, thank our brothers in Rivers State in particular, His Excellency Wike. Despite all he has done and is still doing, I think Wike deserves a commendation for making his efforts for after 20-something years to allow Ijaw person to be admitted in Brick's house as the governor of Rivers State. I don't use sentiments. I don't play to emotions. It is something we have all been battling for. And I'm happy that through God using him as an instrument, today our brother Similaya Fubara is the governor-elect of Rivers State, and he's going to sit in there for the next 4 years by the grace of God, the next 8 years. And I'm very persuaded that the fortune of the Ijaw people in Rivers State can no longer remain the same. We are looking forward to seeing similar ground being broken in Delta, similar ground broken in Ondo, similar ground broken in Edo, similar ground broken in Cross River State. It's only then and then we can say that we are beginning to see the emancipation and the fulfillment of the blood that was shed by Boro. First of all, I want to talk to our youths. Our youth should know that their energy is more needed now than ever. And the energy we need is a positive energy, not the negative energy. Boro was not dishonest. Boro was not a cultist. Boro was not a militant. Boro was not a pipeline vandalizer. Boro was not a kidnapper. Boro was not an armed robber. And so, if you are saying you are mimicking Boro, or you want to resemble Boro, then you must resemble the qualities Boro espoused. To do otherwise, then you are not in Boroism, you are on your own. O-Y-O. You are on your own. And so our youth should recalibrate their energy and make it positive. The difference between the Palestine movement and Israel is that Israel has a bandwagon and critical mass of those who are knowledgeable. They don't have a bank of brigands and criminals. And so for every time there's a conflict between the Israelis and the Palestinians, the Israelis have always had the upper hand because of knowledge and intellectualism. And so our youth must know that. So the struggle must descend from criminality to intellectualism. And I'm happy that they are beginning to assimilate it. I know that change is not easy, but change can also be very urgent. And so the urgency of the change is necessary, because by our own fault and default, we have inadvertently sailed away all our resources to Lagos and other states. The Trans-Amadi, which I believe by the creation of Bayelsa State should have been some speculation from whatever that was there in Trans-Amadi to fall into Bayelsa State, has become a ghost town because all the oil prospecting and exploiting companies have all relocated to Lagos. The only thing we hear of them is the helicopters that pollute our environment and their planes that fly over our heads and make noise on us. The next thing we see is the army that feels that the irons they protect are more important than our lives and our livelihood. Those are the resemblance of the resources we now generate. I believe that a wise man makes his mistake when he learns from other people. But a foolish man makes his mistake by making his own mistakes. And so I think it's not too late for us to change the calibration and the narration and make our place more conducive and more appetizing for investors to come into our state. So I really want to encourage our youth to change the dynamics and allow people to come and invest in our state.
So we're really grateful to Amagbe. In fact, we lack words. God is with him, and may God bless him, strengthen him, and increase him. Because you see, if it's coming like this now, when it's greater, more will come. So now, who will not want to enjoy more and more and more? So we are saying, let the spirit of Izoibe, the spirit of Boro, and the blood that was shed, that he has looked at, and God has raised him to grant favor to that name. That may that grace follow him. Amen. May he increase. Amen. May God guide him and deliver him. Amen.